Want to know the last thing my grandpa said before he kicked the bucket? Wonder how far I can kick this bucket. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Today, we're going to talk about my new player account that a lot of people have asked for updates on, and so let's talk about that. Should be cool. Huge shout out to my patrons, by the way. You guys are awesome. I couldn't do what I do without you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And folks, just please remember to, if you wouldn't mind, it would mean the world to me if you would just like, subscribe, comment, mount the algorithm. It tis the season to mount yonder algorithm, as far as I know. That's what the algorithm told me, I promise. So, I have this little graphic that I'll probably update every time we do one of these. It just gives, like, the mod score that I have, how many relics I have, the mods, and this was taken after 22 days. I think I'm recording this after, like, 24 or 25 days, something like that, and I don't know when I'll actually even release this video, because I have a pretty full slate ahead of me, but, in terms of when I'm recording right now, it's not perfectly accurate to how exactly my mods are compared to when I created this graphic. So sorry for the weird the weirdness of it. So we're doing okay. 13 zetas because that LIGHTSPEED the LIGHTSPEED quest chain is, or whatever it's called, the quest chain is absolutely, it's been absolutely insane. Honestly, it really has. It's so impactful. Honestly, the LIGHTSPEED tokens that they're giving us for this account are crazy. So for those of you who don't know how this account is, it's called XaerBear, and I do spend some money on it. I bought the hyperdrive bundle. I bought like a couple early, like $2 packs, quite a few of those, just to get a bunch of early teams. I bought the Shadows of the Empire LIGHTSPEED bundle, so I got a bunch of characters at Relic 3 that are kind of just characters you have to farm and get early game. And then the other thing about this account, so I'm not going to spend a lot of money on this account. I've decided I'm not going to use LIGHTSPEED bundles to like really accelerate this stuff, but I am at 2.3 million after only 3 weeks of play, and so the things I'm going to do, though, because they're things that just hurt my soul, frankly, the things that I hate the most about in this game are trying to farm Supreme Leader Kylo and Rey, because they don't have any they don't have requirements that cross over with other Galactic Legends for the most part. Yes, there's a couple of them, but there's not too many. All right, so I am going to buy, or have already bought in this case, the LIGHTSPEED bundles. For those, I'm not actually going to I'm not going to unlock these Galactic Legends for a significant amount of time, but I did buy the 2 for Supreme Leader Kylo because I needed their ships, frankly. And we'll go into that in just a minute. Rey, I haven't bought yet, but I have to buy before I get to 4 million. That's when they stop giving that to me, offering them to me. So you can hit the shop for requirements thing and see that this is, you can't really see it because my face is in the way here. Let's unblock my face, shall we? Yeah, so at $10 and $20, like $30, I did that for the Supreme Leader Kylo one because I needed for the ships. So there's a couple things you need in ships that they're just so vital. So first off, the fleet challenges. You need the Zeta one. I was able to complete that. See, 3 stars here, and we're good to go. All right, so now I can sim that, but I needed a bunch of 6-star characters, and I needed my Executrix as well. I think he needed to be 6 stars. I think I got a 6-star Executrix anyways, but now I was able to 3-star, or yeah, 3-star the finalizer, the finalizer one, and so now it's just on farm every day. I'm getting 10 shards, so I should be done with that kind of soon. And So now I also was able to in the journey guide, I was able to, because it gave me a bunch of bounty hunter ships when I got the Supreme Leader Kylo bundles, the finalizer bundles. I was also able to I was able to get Millennium Falcon unlocked. It's not at 7 stars yet, and my Han and Chewie are both at 5 stars gear 1, and I don't intend on working on them anytime too soon, but I am farming them. And so anyways, that's basically my ships are mostly, like, I wouldn't say they're good to go, but they're in a place where I kind of want them. Now, I still haven't decided if I want to do Executor first or Profundity. I kind of think we'll end up with Executor first, even though Profundity is significantly stronger as a ship. We'll just have to see how fast things go. One thing that I have kind of noticed is, because I don't have any of the assault battles maxed out, I'm not getting a ton of gear in my guild, whereas it's a good guild, and I actually have nothing against them. They're just not, it's not an overpowered guild. That's something a lot of people have requested, is that I don't join an overpowered guild. And so I'm in a guild that it has a ton of new players in it, and eventually maybe I'll upgrade guilds, but probably not like way over what you know, I could hope for or whatever. A lot of people who just get zeros on their rage scores, for instance. So I'm just not getting a huge amount of income from stuff like TW. We're not at the max level for TW. So when we won TW the other, like we keep winning TW, I don't get all the cool stuff that a lot of people do. Our territory battle stars are like 12 or something like that. And whereas that's fine, that's not an insulting thing. I'm just not getting a ton of higher level income. And so my gear progression has been really, really slow. I was really excited to apply my first gear 12 piece today, which was just this multi-tool. Like I haven't spent any of these at all this whole time. I've accumulated 0 of this piece so far, and that's like, I also have a tremendous need for those kind of pieces. And so anyways, that I need to be able to get those gear pieces and stuff, and it's a huge challenge to be able to get them. So like assault battles need to be kind of a priority. And gosh, the early game, there's just so much that you have to do. Now, in terms of teams that I'm working on, yes, so I'm working on Leia. I think I would like to get Jabba early game, and I think that eventually I'll probably switch to saying that you need Jabba first. I know that like my most recent like farm this Galactic Legend first video that I put out, I said Jabba first, and I stand by that, except at that time I recorded that, I didn't know about the quests that they're handing us, like for all the Lightspeed tokens, and the Lightspeed tokens just basically get you Leia really quickly, like just super quick. And so as far as Leia goes, here, let's find the right Leia one here. Yeah, so Jabba and Leia. So the Lightspeed chain quest, of course, we're getting all these like I got Drogon just recently as part of the whole thing, and I'll actually link the initial video in the video description, guys, just so you guys can see my initial plan. I can't go over all of it right now, but essentially we could either go with Leia, or we could go with Jabba. And I decided to go with Leia because we're going to get Captain Rex. I put some relics on him. He was at relic 0. I put him up to 5 because I happen to have enough signal data and materials to get him there. I think I could maybe get him to 6, but 7. We're going to need him at 7 anyways. But then I already have Lando and Akbar at relics because of that Lightspeed bundle. I also have I'll get Scout Trooper for free with a Lightspeed token. R2-D2 will be relicked with a Lightspeed token for free. I'll need Captain Han, and I've been farming Rolo because she isn't something that I can actually get with a Lightspeed token. And then like I have Drogon, I'll get Boosh. They'll hand us Commander Luke Skywalker for free. Chupio will get for free. And so I don't really need to work on that much stuff, frankly. It really, we don't, yeah, we don't need to work on that much stuff. It's actually pretty crazy. And then eventually we'll get Jabba, because there's a lot of good overlap. But like Jabba, we just won't have as many pieces. Like we'll get Fennec, I guess. That'll be pretty cool. I think they give us Fennec anyways. And so just in terms of because my Leia farm is just on lockdown so much because of Lightspeed tokens, I've decided to go with Nice Sisters and Balin as like kind of my early flavor farms. And so I've been working really hard. I got Grey Mothers up to gear 12. My first Lightspeed token from COLISEUM, I've already earned enough of the stuff, and I'm spending $0, guys. $0 and 0 crystals on Coliseum stuff on this account, but I've gotten enough of these things that I actually was already able to buy a Lightspeed token. I bought a Carbonite one because I can't get Chirotech for the life of me. It is so expensive and challenging to get at this stage in this account. So I spent the early Lightspeed token on Morgan. You still have to farm them because it doesn't give you stars for those characters, but we also had all those additive drops for the 3 days, and I just maximized it as much as I could and was able to get, like, Great Mother's got a ton of shards of Great Mother, so she's almost farmed 90 out of 100. Morgan is going to be next, and then Night Trooper and Death Trooper Pridia are characters that I'm farming right now actively. And then I got a ton of Shin and Merrick shards as well. So the idea is we want to eventually have Balin and Great Mother team early on. And then because of the quests that they've given us for Lightspeed tokens, like we're going to be able to have so many teams. So like they've given us a ton of characters like Hera and Hera, Chopper, Sabine, and Rex. I don't have any intention of giving Kanan his Zeta, even though that would be cool to have the whole team with full Zetas and everything. So this team is like basically done. My modding is atrocious, by the way. I've been spending 3 refreshes every day, and I intend to keep doing that as long as I'm running this account, or until it makes sense to stop. But one way or another, this team is basically done. But then we'll also, they're giving us a free Queel and a free IG-11 with Lightspeed tokens. And then I do want to work on Hondo as one of my early-ish unlocks, just because he goes so well with so many early teams, including Balin, actually. But even if we don't have Balin at that point, like we can have Hondo go with Dash. And then Dash, of course, we want to get Starkiller unlocked as quickly as we can. And so Stormtrooper Han, and we'll get a free one of him here pretty soon. That's the Stormtrooper Luke. Eventually we'll have a good Stormtrooper Luke team. They'll give us a free relic, R2-D2, who I have unlocked to 7 stars. Like Emperor Palpatine with Mara. I have been farming Mara as well, as hard as I can, because she's going to take the longest. And then I already have Dash. I'm working on Kyle Katarn as well, because we need his ship to go with Home 1, and eventually we're going to be working on the B-Wing for the Home 1 fleet, so that we have a really good Home 1 fleet. But then we'll get Starkiller, and even though we won't have Stranger for a really long time, it'll still be nice to have Starkiller as a team to be able to take down some of the weaker teams that my opponents are going to be having. Nice Sisters, I have farmed them for the most part. Telzin is actually on the same node as like Merrick, I think, and so we're able to double dip there. Marin, I have been actively farming. Nice Sister Zombie is easy to farm. I think she's in like one of the older stores, so we can farm that. Plus, there's an event every month for it. So Great Mothers, Night Trooper, and Death Trooper Pridia are both characters that I am actively farming. Merrick and Shin I've been actively farming as well. They'll give us CLS with Han, Chewpio, 3PO, and Chewbacca as well. Well, maybe not C-3PO, actually. 3PO we're going to have to work on. He's a requirement for Jabba anyways, so, and we're working on Ewoks for Leia regardless, so we'll be working on this. I have been spending almost all of my GET1 just to get Han farmed up. Once he's done, then I'll probably start working on Traya or General Kenobi. just so I can get those guys done, and then I can start working on extra gear for them. And then Bo-Katan will get basically for free because we get a free Mandalorian one, and I'll use it on Paz. My last video said I was going to use it on Grogu, but someone in the comments mentioned that we could actually use it on Paz because it has 2 Zetas, and we get a Lightspeed token for a Mandalorian because he needs 2 Zetas. And it gives all the Zetas to the character that you give it to. We're going to give it to Paz, and then we'll just farm Grogu because he's only 1 Zeta. So that was a good idea. And then we'll also get a free Beskar Mando. And then I'll have to farm up Bo-Katan, the OG Bo-Katan. And then we'll also have a decent bounty hunter team. So a lot of good teams early game, actually. Even without Galactic Legends, I'll eventually unlock my Supreme Leader Kylo. Like I'm pretty close to his requirements right now. I don't want to do it. Frankly, I don't want a Galactic Legend this early in the game. I just needed to buy the Lightspeed token for the ships. So, anyways, as far as farms go, I mean, I'm working. There's a ton of stuff to farm here. As always, but it's been fun. It's been a really fun experiment so far. In terms of GAC, I won my first 4 because it was so easy. And I lost my last 2 because they were so, like, none of my matches have been remotely close. So, like, this fight, I'm at 2 million, he's at 5 million. He just killed me. Actually, it was a little bit close because he put some weird teams down, but I did lose. Even though it doesn't show a loss yet, it's just the numbers are already in the books. This guy was not as overpowered as the last guy, but he kind of was. He already had a Galactic Legend. He's still like way better than like at this level. And then this guy, I'm at 2.3 or whatever, and this guy's at 1.3. He didn't have, like, not all his teams didn't even have level 85 on all of them, and so it's just. Right now, it's super duper lopsided, and it's fine. It's kind of fun. So, anyways, that's it for now. We're making good progress. Hopefully, we get some relics on the Night Sisters team as soon as I can. It's just really hard to get my hands on any of these materials. Like some of them, it's like I haven't even farmed. Like, let's see, where is. Yeah, some of them, it's like I have not put my hands on a single one of this piece of gear yet since I started. Just 0, because none of my rewards are giving them to me, and that's fine. But it's slower going than I thought. So we'll be using Lightspeed tokens pretty heavily from, and honestly, this is one of the reasons I really like COLISEUM, at least for early game, is that every couple weeks. You just get one of these carbonites and boom, instantly ignore 300 Chirotech. What an amazing thing. Or if you want to do a rhodium, I think my middle account will really like that. But anyways, that's the story for another day. Let me know is there something more you want to see from these updates, guys? How often do you want to see them? I would love feedback. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. Take care, folks.